Hello and welcome to Module 3 of HTML. In this session, we'll learn Introduction to Attributes and some core attributes of HTML. So let's start. In previous lecture, we have learned how to define a tag and how to make use of a tag. Now in this session, we'll learn what is attribute and use of an attribute into a particular tag. Now, basically, an attribute is used to define characteristics of an element which is placed inside the starting tag of an element. For example, now here as you can see, this is a paragraph tag. This part is a starting tag of a paragraph, that is opening bracket of P and then closing bracket of starting tag. So in middle of the starting tag, we have placed a attribute value and name of an attribute. Now, basically an attribute consists of two parts. That is, first is name of an attribute and second is the value of an attribute. Now, here as you can see, now the align word is a name of an attribute and the center value is a value of an attribute. That is, we are telling the browser that this paragraph, that is P paragraph, should align to the center of an web pages. We'll go and see the live demo of this example. So let's go. So here it is Sublime text data. Now we'll just start the code. First we'll save the file. HTML with .html extension. First we'll write the simple structure of HTML. Now we'll give title as HTML attribute. Now in body tag, we will define one paragraph. Now how to define a paragraph? That is P. We'll write some content into it. This is a paragraph. Okay. Close the paragraph tag. Now how to define an attribute? Now attribute is defined into the starting tag. Okay. So in between this closing tag and after this P, we will write attribute name. Now I am using align attribute. So I'll write the name of an attribute, that is align. So align equal to, in double quotes, we'll give value to that paragraph or to that attribute. Okay. So I have written here center. We'll just save the file again and run this program. See, this is a paragraph which came into the center part. Okay. Now to make out the difference, we'll just write one paragraph. Okay. And here we'll give align as right. Okay. We'll just save and open in browser. See, as you can see here, this is a paragraph has been displayed here. So this is basically the use of attribute. Okay. To give an inline CSS to an paragraph or to an any particular tag. So now let's move to core attribute. Now, core attribute has majorly divided into four parts, that is ID, title, class, and style. Now, these are the main four attributes which is used in any kind of web pages. For example, ID. ID is used with the HTML element to uniquely identify, that is, this is HTML tag which is used for this purpose. Okay. Likewise, all title, class, and style tag, that is attributes which are used, and it is very important while creating a website. So let's go and see the live example of this with the help of the explanation as well. Now first is ID tag. Now ID tag is used with the HTML element to uniquely identify that HTML tag into the whole HTML page. Basically, ID is used while giving CSS, that is styling to a particular tag. Okay. because there may be multiple div tag in the web pages. So how the browser or how the web page will decide that one CSS, one particular CSS like assigned to or aligned to center to which div. So the CSS code get confused. So this code shouldn't get confused. So we use or we make use of ID. Okay. So let's go and see one example of it. First, we will, as it is, save the file and define one simple HTML structure. In this, I'll give title as HTML attribute. Okay. Now, in this, we'll write paragraph tag. First, we'll simply write it. This is paragraph. Okay. Now, how to give ID to a paragraph? It's very simple. Like the align attribute, we'll give like ID attribute, ID equal to ID is the name of an attribute, and again I'll give value. Now ID value should be unique and shouldn't be repeated one more time. Okay. Now I am giving ID to paragraph, that is here 1. Now you can't give same ID to a different paragraph, because it will not make any sense, because ID is basically used to give or to identify uniquely into a whole web page. So giving ID, same ID to another paragraph doesn't make any sense. So we'll give some different ID to this, that is 2. We'll write again the content. This is second paragraph. Save the file. Let's open it. This is paragraph, this is second paragraph. But now you won't see any difference, because we have not given any CSS to the ID, and we have not even learned the how to give CSS to it. So we'll learn how to give style sheet into a next or into a future lectures. But till now, let's learn how to give an ID. So this is basically how to give an ID to an paragraph or to any element which we use in HTML. Okay. Next is title element. Okay. Now, title element attributes specify extra information about the element. This information is often shown as a tooltip text when the mouse is hover upon the element. Okay. Title attribute can be used on any HTML element. Okay. So we'll just change this ID to title, and we'll perform the example of title. Now, likewise, ID and likewise align tag, how we have given attributes, likewise only we'll give attribute name to this as well, that is paragraph, in which I'll write title. Give a name to title, hello. I'm giving, you can give any name to a title. Okay, now this is basically used to hover when the mouse is hover upon a particular line to give extra information about it. Hello and welcome. This is just and the paragraph tag, save it and opening browser. Now when I hover this, see, as you can see, hello. Hello. Now here I can write hi student. So it will give me output as hi student. As you can see, hi student. Now have you understood this title attribute? Now next is style attribute, which is given to give style to a particular element inline. Like there are 3 types of styling factors which we can give, that is inline, external and internal. Okay. So the style attribute will override any style set globally and will give an inline CSS to a tag. Now let's see how. So we'll again change the title here. Style attribute, in which we'll just remove this as well. In paragraph, right, I will write style, font size. Now what I want to do, I just want to change the font size of an particular paragraph. So I'll give 30 pixels and semicolon. After that, I will write this is a paragraph, content of a paragraph, and choose the paragraph tag. Now let's go and see the output. So this is a paragraph. Okay. Now I can increase here. I will do it 60. As you can see the difference, 30 pixel font size and 60 pixel font size. So basically this is used to give inline CSS to a particular element or to particular tag. So this is the core attribute which we have learned in today's session. Thank you.